Welcome to Sports Nights with Jorge.
All right, fans, welcome to Sports Night with Ori. Once again, you saw my title, and we're actually talking to a Tangabaloa today. Believe it or not, if you guys out there and you guys can hear me, that is fine. If you can't, let me know. There is a lot to talk about. Let me get this mic a little bit closer to me. Good morning to everybody. I hope you guys are having a lovely Valentine's Day. To all my friends and family and subscriber. So, but yeah, my question is, will Tua be the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins? Well, I'm gonna say that that's gonna be something to say. Not quite sure. The rumors are out there that Sullivan says that he might get traded, he might get released, which I doubt it. I don't think Dolphins are gonna take that salary cap. Unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you, fans, if that happens, just hold on for 2 more years, probably. Uh, are we going to draft a quarterback? Who knows? We might not. That's something that we don't know either. So basically, I'm talking about Tua today. Uh, Listen, there's quarterbacks that start their career right from the bad, and some start good and they end up bad. And what Tua has done the last 2 years, and we probably answer this ourselves, right? Due to his past injury, and I still stay firm with that. Uh, Injury in this NFL season, and in your career, not NFL season, your career, um, you don't you don't have a good offensive line. You get beat up front pretty bad. That's something that is part of sports. It's part of the game, actually. Now I was going to bring some stats here from Tua. I'll show you guys a couple of things from Tua. Um, but listen, their stats, their number. What can you do? Move on. That's all we could do as fans. But listen, we can't blame everything on him. Um, you hear a lot of things out there, commentaries, rumors. Uh, so far, Jeff, the coach, and our GM has sit down with him and talked with him and probably advise him of his situation. Now, does that mean Tua's going to be here next year or this year? Sorry, this year for next year? We just don't know. That's something we just don't know. Now, we're in a new regime, if you want to call that a complete new coaching staff, a new GM, and we just don't know. We want to fill ourselves with surprises, and I'm not going to get hyped up. A lot of fans does get hyped up. We needed to change. Yes, we needed to change, but at the same time, I'm not going to go too crazy about it. Why? Because the season's not here yet. We still got the draft. We still got free agency. We still got the tampering coming up. There's a lot that's coming up before I get into any conclusion what this team is all about, right? Because we just don't know. Now, a couple of days just they came out. They're planning to trade some veteran players. Who they are, I don't know. That came out of the GM to get some draft pick. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing, right? So I don't want to put anything out there that's not real. It's not true. Okay. Listen, they sat down and talked to the fans. I heard that too from other sources. And at the end of the day, is how will the fan base of the Miami Dolphins will feel? Would you like to take the hit for 1 year? Would you like to say, "Hey, man, this is it. I'm taking the year. It's gonna be okay." If you want to take it as a rebuilding mode, I don't know. For me, I just feel that uh, you'll be surprised if Tua stay here. That he compete for his position? Well, yeah, he might compete for his starting job. Would the Dolphins draft a quarterback this year in the draft? Maybe, maybe not. Would they pick one in free agency? Once again, maybe, maybe not. Uh, Looking at the salary cap, which I'm not going to throw numbers because you guys heard it already. They cut Tua, they're going to pay him $54 million. Listen, that's a lot of money. Uh, we know you could blame Greer for all the mess you want, but guess what? He's no longer here, so we could close that chapter off. Okay, that's another thing that's going out there about Chris Greer and what happened here. I mean, McDaniel's gone. The only thing is what I don't want, and it happens a lot, especially as fans, as sports fans, we get so hyped, so encouraged, so wow, man, we got this. And the moment we start losing, the moment we start getting a bad taste of our team, we start criticizing. Okay, uh, yeah, I believe sometimes changes are good in a team, but sometimes they're not. Okay, let's be honest. So, what is Tua future in Miami? Basically, guys and girls, we just don't know. We don't know Tua future in Miami. We're guessing he's gone. We're thinking he's gone. Uh, but who knows, right? But I'm a firm believer that if you don't have a great offensive line to protect your quarterback, period, you can't win in this league. But I also believe if you take the physical beating that you have taken in this league, especially in the NFL, uh, and you lose your best offensive tackle, which protect you for so many long, which couldn't even stay healthy for a full season, and that's Teron Armstead, and we all know this. Uh, what can we do, right? So now we are in the probably waiting list. Like, let's wait and see what happens. Uh, Listen, no matter how good your resume is, until actually we see it, we'll be like, wow, this is the team. This is what we wanted. This is what, because it always starts like that with Miami. First couple of seasons, they start good. Then the last two seasons, they go back to normal. So, one thing for sure in this Super Bowl, it's amazing what was approved, right? By a quarterback, Sam Donald. Okay? Lamar Jackson, Allen, and then quarterbacks that has not won a Super Bowl. And here's a guy that left what? The Jets? I think it was the Jets, Carolina Panthers, Minnesota Vikings, the 49ers, and comes up and wins a Super Bowl with Seattle. Who would have known that this quarterback would have a Super Bowl win first than Allen, first than Lamar Jackson? I can name other quarterbacks, but I'm not going to name them. Who would have thought that? That is the most probably insane thing I ever seen. But it's the truth. And this is what I'm telling you, man. This is when you got the chemistry. This is when you got the complete, I'm going to say the complete package in your team. When everybody works together, when everybody it's in the same pace, same pace, and they're working as a team, as a unity. And that's something that I see. ¿Cómo estás, Jaladín? And that's one thing I tell everybody. That is the only way that you could really have a team that's unified and play together. And right now, Miami Dolphins are not in that page right now. Why? Because I'm going to say, yeah, you could call rebuilding. They're rebuilding again. They're changing things again. Unfortunately, that's the truth. We can't cover that up. But hey, it's going to be a different season. It is. So don't expect as a fan, to blow out. We have the toughest schedule. We do in this league. And that's something we're going to have to be reckoning on. Now, Besides talking about Tua, I forgot to add this. We're gonna talk a little about baseball. Uh, Oriole fans, especially Oriole fans. Uh, we got another bad news. We got two starting players with injury already at the start of the season. Spring training is a week away, and hopefully, you know, they could recover by opening day. But that is a blow for the Baltimore Orioles. That's in baseball. But going back to Tua, man, the guy struggled probably the last 2 years, but then he started good. You see, this is what Jeff, the coach of the Dolphins, says that is okay, that is normal, that is fine. That's going to happen to a quarterback. Because remember, we have quarterback that starts good in the league and starts bad, and then they start bad and they do good. And I'll give you an example. Okay, Stroud. Stroud started good, took his team to the playoff what twice, and then he struggled the moment that Larry Thompson and they start trading players to other team. He struggled a little bit. He was putting pressure. He was turning the ball over, and that happens. That's part of football, guys. Part of football. My thing is that we are so, stuck with winning and winning and winning and winning. And yes, I understand. And then we're stuck with losing and losing and losing. And then you want to know when this is going to end. Well, I believe. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for jumping in, buddy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll check your channel in a few minutes. So I tell everybody that at the same time it is a sports. It is a physical sports. It maintains these big, large contracts, and you want to probably pay the best player uh, the money to come to your team. But the love of the game, what has happened to the love of the game in sports, and that's in general sports. And I had to bring this up for this particular reason. Um, you love the game or you love the money. Yeah, we know we have to get paid. I know you got to do, you got to do your job. But once again, the unity of a team, okay, that's probably what Jeff will bring for the Dolphins as a coach. Get this team united together and say, hey, we're the same group, win, lose, or draw. Uh, I didn't see that happen to the Dolphins the last 4 years. Why? With McDaniels, because when you pick players and you want to put the best player, right? No problem. Yeah, I'm a Dolphin diehard. Yeah, I'm Dolphin and Orioles. And I said something earlier. I don't know if you heard it about the Orioles. But going back to the Dolphins, I try to stay positive, guys, because I do. I am the old school Miami Dolphins, the '72 Dolphins, all the way down to Dan Marino, Bob Greasy, you name it, Don Strock. But going back to the Dolphins, going back to Tua, uh, is Tua going to be here? It is a question mark. That is my question here. I don't believe Tua. It's all to blame for, right? I do believe that injury is part of sports, but that's something that's going to hinder you down the road. And I believe Tua has gone through that, and there's something there that probably doctors and like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not I'm not here to judge either. Just to let you guys know, but there's something there that Tua. What happened to Tua? Now, Tariq Hill. Let's be honest, he will not be here. I think Tyreek Hill will be gone, unfortunately. And yeah, changes are good. Yeah, I mean, major injury at the end of the season. Now, can he return back and the Dolphin might cut his payroll? Who knows? Yeah, I mean, and you're right. I mean, listen, I don't disagree with you at all what you're saying. Uh, but what brings winning? Winning brings okay, especially the fans, us that been long time Dolphin fans for years. Let's be honest. We got to be honest with ourselves. Yeah, okay, we don't have Don Shula. one of the best coaches in the NFL. Unfortunately, he is okay, best coach. Yeah, you move on from years to years, but what are we brought to Miami? A big city, big names, big players, not top coaches. Now here we go again. We didn't get a top coach this year. We got a good coach, but he's not the top coach, right? So when this happened with the carousel with Harbaugh and let's get all these coaches. Listen, I learned one thing through life, through, as myself. You get older, and time pass by. Remember, the NFL has grown a lot. It's not the same anymore. Same thing as technology. Our old technology to our new technology. But money's one thing I could say it. It really spoils the league. Why? Because you got quarterbacks making $54 million. You got linebackers making quarterback money. I mean, it's just crazy. You got running backs now complaining because now they want running back money, but now they say they don't use them as much. So it's just a major controversy when it comes to that issue. And this is where I believe players nowadays. Okay, and I'll give you an example, and just short example. Let's look at the Eagles. Okay, they lost players. Did they make the Super Bowl? No. Why? Because there were key players, key element for that team that play there, especially in the offensive line, but they went ahead and left the team. And the team is not the same. So are you really building a culture? Yeah, listen, uh, when I say that, okay, he's the all-time winningest coach, right? And unfortunately, what two Super Bowl? That's all he won. He went to five Super Bowl, and Shula only won two. And listen, I understand. Listen, Bill Belichick got his. Listen, New England don't want to hear this either. And I'm going to say it. Who has the most loss in the Super Bowl are the New England Patriots. And I hate to say it, but guess what? They've been there so long. But I'm not going to give anybody bread and butter here and say, hey, they're the best because they're not. Yeah, and that's a good point. Hog dog. That's a good point. That's a good point. You see, and that's what you need. You need somebody. I don't know about this Jeff guy that we got, this coach that we got. Uh, but I believe if he works around the players, and you got look at that, we had a quarterback coach, Hackett, and whatever his name was, and he got picked, and then he went to San Francisco, whatever he went to. Then we lost him. Then we got another quarterback coach, and we'll give a person a chance, an opportunity to build this person up. Maybe that's what they need. Uh, I think, to be honest with you, when I look at Tua was rushing this league. Okay, he comes out of Alabama. Uh, Came up with an injury. The hip injury. Remember that, the hip injury and the concussions, and Miami knew what they got when they signed him in free agency, and I believe they gave him a chance. Now, when Flo was here, and this is old school, when Flo was here, Flo didn't like the guy. He didn't want the guy. Then we had Fitzpatrick, our quarterback, and say, hey, it's time for the kid to shine. And the kid went and was set down the field. What he played in the last fourth quarter, couple of minutes of the quarter, threw a couple of passes, and here's his career to start. Man, even Dan Marino said this kid could win a Super Bowl, and that's the Dan Marino's saying, right? His comments, his statement. And if Dan Marino says that, it's for a reason. Now he hasn't won one. And listen, I'm gonna say something to fans also, and especially Dolphin fans that are watching this podcast today. I think Dan Marino is the best quarterback. I saw an interview with Joe Montana, and Joe Montana said something what's incredible about Dan Marino, and not changing the subject here, that he hasn't seen the best pure passer, quick release in the NFL. And you could add all these players that played behind Dan Marino. And yes, they won Super Bowls. And yes, they are the Hall of Famers because that's what Dan is, a Hall of Famer. I would like to him to win the Super Bowl. But hey, It didn't happen. Yeah, the only thing I have a problem with Carson Beck, guys, now you guys in the chat, when it comes to big games, okay, when he was at Georgia before he went to the University of Miami, and not a bad kid by the way, not a bad quarterback by the way. It's the pressure, and let me tell you where pressure comes from, and you guys are going to disagree with me. Might disagree with me. Pressure comes with cash, man, money, because you pay these kids so much money coming out of college. And man, when they get to the NFL, you expect the best from them. And that is pure pressure for any young kid coming out of college. Best linebacker, best quarterback, best safety, best running back. Okay. The word best is scary, guys. It is scary. And I'm sorry, that's my opinion, right? You guys your opinion. And sometimes people listen to me and says, man, but George, you want the best in your team. Well, not really. There's a video out there I put years ago that I put something that's a good video. It says, best is not always good. And somebody says, man, I ain't thought about that, George. I said, yes, because when you're the best, you're expecting the best. But the best also will have a bad day. And this is where we as fans say, well, wait a minute. If he's the best, well, he's not going to be good every day. So, yes, no, no, he does. He does big, yeah, but when the big game come, and I tell you when I say with that, it's his turnovers. That's all I'm saying. He turns the ball over. When he's on pressure. Now he won big game in Georgia. I'm not going to tell you he won big game with Miami. I mean, he did some good things. I'm not taking him down, but there's things that I see about him that the word in the NFL, guys, is consistency, right? That is what the NFL and these coaches are looking for. And consistency is what our fans we would like to see, right? But listen, they're like us. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you bought. I mean, that's a good point too. Listen, I bought something earlier. If you guys join in about Sam Donald. Sam Donald came from the Jets, came from the Carolina Panthers, played in San Francisco, played in Minnesota. He goes to Seattle, takes Minnesota with a 14-3 record, whatever the record it was. I mean, it was a great record. Okay, they were right behind the Lions a couple of years ago. And you're gonna tell me Allen doesn't have a Super Bowl? You're gonna tell me that Lamar Jackson doesn't have a Super Bowl? What does that tell you? And then you got a guy that wasn't even dropped, drafted, and he's won the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say it again. This is why you get the right coaches. All right, you get the unity of a team. You compile this team, and they're playing together. It's funny how they call, and I got a friend of mine that got upset. They call the defense of Seattle the dark side. You know, and then people got, how people, our fans are, and dark side. Oh my God, that don't sound too good. Well, let me tell you something. Seattle and Sam Donald show something to the world, especially to the fans, especially to Allen, especially to Lamar Jackson, these top quarterbacks that been in the league for a long time. See, I can't put Mahomes in that part because you're right. And defense, you're right. Defense win championship. I totally agree. But here we go. I mean, this is what I'm trying to say, guys. Do we have in Miami right now the best coaching staff? Because I'm going to be sincere with you. I like the GM. I like Sullivan. Okay. And I'm not going to be negative. I'm not negative on this. But all of us has to be proven that we're good. Right? Because all these big names, let's see what we have. We have to sit back and relax and let's see what we have. That's the main thing, guys. That's one of my things that I'm really concerned about right now with the Dolphins. There's so many hype and so many things going on, and it's fine. I don't get upset if you get hype. I don't get no, because you're a fan, you love your team. Why not? But then suddenly we start losing. Well, this is what I tell everybody: get ready for a losing season, right? Why? Because we're starting from scratch. And you say, well, maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe let's say we win the lottery here, and they start winning. Maybe that's what it takes. I mean, who knows? And hot dog, you right. Hot dog, you're right. Defense win game. Hey, Finn Spain, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in, man. I've been praying a lot for you, man. Thank you for joining in. So, you know, rebuilding it takes a while, and I try to stay positive. I'm not gonna do it what I did last year. See things in different ways, and I'm just gonna call it like it is. And yes, I'm happy that we got our GM. At the same time, these people are human. They make mistakes. They move on from from their career. They get fired. They get traded. That's part of sports, right? For me, is the unity that Don Shula had. Okay, and look at the veterans player when they talk. I know it's a different sports now. Let's be honest. The NFL has changed. But look at the difference, okay? And this is what I want to tell you guys as fans, as Dolphin fans, and I appreciate everybody in the chat that has joined in. And I'm gonna be positive about this. Don Shula had one thing, and if you listen to Larry Sanka, Earl Morrall, okay, I mean, I can name you names, okay? Paul Waterfield, I could keep going on. You listen, Mercury Morris. You continue to listen to these players, and here's one thing they say: regardless of what happens, we play for this man. It's the respect, the loyalty that they have for Don Shula. Don Shula was a coach. People say, oh, he was a soft coach. Don Shula was not a soft coach, guys. Don Shula would tell you, you're having a bad game, have a seat. I'll take care of you later. Next one, come in. I mean, just because you discipline one player, that doesn't mean that you avoid that player, you don't like that player doesn't play with you anymore. That's the thing I'm trying to say, guys. What I'm trying to say is, hey, it's okay. You had a bad game. You come back next week. You show what you got. That's all I'm saying. And then so people are caught up. And listen, that's my opinion. You got yours. And listen, there's a lot of good questions in the chat that I'm reading right now, things that I'm seeing in sports. But listen, what has ruined sports? It's the revenue, guys. It's the revenue. And I think the new GM, which I do like the GM, okay, came from Green Bay, and we got 4 or 5 coaches now from Green Bay in Miami, which is amazing. Maybe we can win in cold weather this season. Who knows, right? That's just a joke, but that's another thing that comes up. Okay, it is hard to win this league, guys. It is hard. It is hard because now I ask everybody: do you think Miami will get a quarterback in the draft? Well, they might give Tua a chance. Who knows, right? And right now, the subject is would Tua be here? We just don't know. I believe my thing is when Greer extended all these players' contract, it's because we start winning. And then when we start winning and then we start losing, you say, oh, I made a mistake. Uh, Unfortunately, we have a good team, a good uh, a good staff around us. But how good we are, we just don't know, guys. Uh, for now, we just don't know. I am concerned with the Dolphins. Yes, why? Because I'm not gonna put myself in a probably in a position and hype myself up. Say, hey, man, we're gonna have a heck of a season. But who knows? I'm gonna stay positive. Who knows? But the Jeff guy, he said it. I'm gonna run the defense, even though we got a defensive coordinator. I'll take the defensive side. Now we got Slowick as our offensive coordinator. Uh, what could happen? I've been praying for you, brother. I've been praying for you. And you're right. It's a new generation. Unfortunately, it is. It is. Well, there's a lot of fin spin that has going on with the Dolphins. Their coaching staff. They got Sullivan. I don't know if you heard it from the Green Bay Packers. great GM, great. I mean, great background. We got Jeff, their actually defensive coach. He's our coach of the team. Jeff Haley. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. They pick up other players, other quarterback coach, and from college. And listen, the team has done the completely cleanup, which is fine. I don't mind cleaning up. Well, uh, I became a Dolphin fan. I came to Miami in 1969. No, I'm sorry, not 69. I came. What year was it? My God, 1966. Basically, 67 around there. I came to the Florida, and then in 72, I think it was, my dad took me to a Dolphin game. How do I became an Oriole fan, a Baltimore fan? This is amazing. The Orioles used to have a spring training game in Florida. It was called Miami Stadium back then, and my dad took me there. Believe it or not, I grew up with Al Bunbury, John Lowenstein. Tell me if you remember, you remember those names. Um, John Lowenstein, Renicky. Oh my gosh, you name it. Jim Palmer, Mike Cuellar. All these. My dad used to take me to watch the Orioles play Miami Stadium. Now watch this. It's interesting. When I got married, and of course I got married, which today's my anniversary, by the way, guys. I've been married 31 years with a lovely wife, and listen, I thank God for that. And by the way, happy Valentine's to everybody here. If you have your wives or your kids or your children, that's the number one thing. Uh, Believe it or not, Cal Ripken Jr. I have a photo. When I get a chance, if I find the photo, I'll bring it here. I got to tell to my wife where she put it. I have Cal Ripken carrying my son in his hand in spring training game. I have a ball signed by Ken Singleton, Al Bunbury. Uh, God, man, it's like I said, I'm old school. I mean, I love John Lowenstein. I got a baseball signed by God. What's the other player, man? Our DH. They used to come in and always got a base hit. The older guy, I always forget. See, I'm not good with names. I know Finn Spin will help me a lot with that when it comes to names. And listen, I became a fan uh, since that. I mean, oh, we had Lamford at third base. I mean, we had a team back then. We had a team. That's how I became an Oriole and then Dolphin fan. Is when I hit Miami first. Got here Miami first. Then from Miami, I become an Oriole. And believe it, in basketball, I'm a Laker fan. And in hockey, I'm a Florida Panther fan. Why? Because when I was small, also, they took me to a Florida. And I won't say small, probably 13, 14-year-old. I went to a Panther game when they started the league. Actually, older than that. I went to a Panther game. So, yeah, I've been praying for you. Actually, everybody, by the way, Spin Fin was asking for you. I left you a couple of messages on your little thing you have on your recording. And listen, I'm a firm believer in this. God has the last word, and I've been praying. And Uncle Vale asked for you. Frozen Finn asked for you. A lot of these sports channel has been asking, and I've been just praying. And listen, man, you got a big brother here, regardless, man. Just keep in touch. Don't I know it's not easy, but hey, uh, at the end of the day, we are conquerors. We are fighters, and that is how positive I stay with my fans here. I believe in the guy up there. He is so strong. He gives me that strength, and I understand. I don't get into religion and all that stuff in my podcast because I don't want people to get offended and all that. But that's who I am. But I keep you in prayers and continue to keep you in prayers. It's a battle. It's a daily battle. And see, this is like sports here. When sports is like a battle here too. It's the same thing. We have agreement, disagreement. We have, but that's okay. At the end of the day, the most important thing, FinSpin, is that we love each other. And I tell that to all my fans here. To Hog Dog and new Luis Cuban or USA that also join in. So it's loving one another, and that's the most important thing in life, guys. That's the most important thing, and I keep it that way in my show. Even though, I go live once in a while. I haven't go live in a while, but I came back, and I'm coming strong this year, and hopefully, listen, I wish the best for every team. Wow, 34! Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. I hit 31 today. 31, buddy. Great wife, great woman. I can't say it, man. It's God has gifted me so well, and I give him thanks for that. That's very important in life. I tell everybody, hey, we all love sports here, right? We all here together loving sports, but there's more than sports. It's family, man. You gotta love your family. People walk away the way the world's going now, and I don't get into the political. I don't get into none of that because why that is so much negative around the world. I just keep it positive, and that's what I like to do. Now, people say you might keep it positive there, George, but when it comes to the Dolphins, you don't. But that's not what it is. It's just opinion, guys. Just opinion. And listen, all you guys have great points about the Miami Dolphins. I want to see this team finally wake up. You know one thing I want to see about this team, and you guys are going to be saying, "Man, you're crazy." Especially Finspin, he's going to agree with me. I would like this team to go 17-0, repeat what the 1972 Dolphin did. And then, of course, that's the season 17-0, and then go all the way to the Super Bowl undefeated. If I want to see a team to break that record, I want to see the Miami Dolphins do it. Now, you might call me crazy. You might call me that. That's not going to happen. But that's how I feel, guys. That's how I feel. Why not? I mean, why not? It could happen. I mean, at the same time, man, it's just that he said I'm divorced. God is great. Oh man, that's okay, buddy. Oh, that's a good one, but hey, that's okay, man. That's okay, buddy. You know what? I turned 60 in November, so but I have to thank God for the strength that I have, and the ability to do. There's days that I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wake up and I'm like, well, what in the world? I don't want to do this no more. But no, I don't do that. I stay positive. But yeah, but going back to the Dolphins, guys, and listen, let's be honest. We all love our team. We have a passion for our team, right? And we want the best, and we do. Okay. Yeah, as fans, we're tired of New England. We're tired of the Jets, especially Buffalo. I mean, there's so much you want to call it hatred there when it comes to rivalries and all that. And that's part of sports, right? That is. And we as fans were tired of losing. We are. But at the end of the day, it's what we have to look at. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I look at these grown men going home at the end of the day and to their family, and it's a struggle when you get paid well every Sunday to play football and you can't win. Yep, 20-0, exactly. I agree with you, Finspin. At least I want to see that. If they do that, oh my gosh, that is one of my dreams that I would like to see. If the only team that could do that, and it'll be the Dolphins, I'll take it. Because I can tell you something, that record would never be broken. And I know you can't say never, but I'm going to say that is a tough task to do in the NFL. I know the Patriots went undefeated that season, but they got beat by the Giants in the Super Bowl. And back then they say, hey, they cheated. All right. That's what they named Bill Belichick. What, Bill Belichick? So, but I'm not going to go there. That's another story, by the way, guys. But listen, it's just remain positive, stay positive, continue to stay positive. It's a season of coming, and now we got baseball season. I will be covering the Orioles baseball. I'm gonna do all. I mean, I do baseball, football, basketball, and all that as it gets closer to the end. We already have half of the season of hockey now, and we're getting almost half of the season of basketball. Now, we only let me say we only 20 something days before free agency and tampering in the NFL. Then we have our draft coming up. Uh, that's another going to be interesting. Now, there's rumors, guys. There's rumors, by and only rumors. But I did hear Sullivan said that they might take some players in this team, and would trade them for draft picks. Now, who they are, I have no idea. But that's something that they came up. So, but there's a lot going on with this team. There is a lot, and the good thing is everything is positive, uh, and that's a good thing. Uh, you know, I know changes sometimes are good, sometimes are bad, but this is the year we're gonna have to wait and see what we really have. Because right now we just don't know what we have. I mean, we just have names. Now we know the players. The players are still there. Yeah, especially twice. Yeah, that'd be nice. Spin, that'd be nice. Now, my thing is, what's gonna happen to Tua? And and all you hear about Tua right now, and I don't know if you heard this, Finn Spin. I know you've been out for a while. The rumor are, would the Dolphin take the cap hit? Would the Dolphin trade Tua? Would the Dolphin do the same thing they did with Russell Wilson? The same thing Denver did: release Russell Wilson, ate the cap space, and move on from him. That is a possibility. That is what's out there right now, unfortunately for Tua Tagovailoa. Now, according to Jeff, Haley, and Sullivan, they did talk to Tua, and that is confirmed, and explained to him that his position as a starting quarterback is no longer. There will be competition in that field, which will be probably, of course, I don't see Wilson in the roster. I do see um, Tua and Quinn Ewers. That's all I see right now. So there'll be a competition. Yeah, you're right. Trade except the cheerleaders. You're right about that. You're so right about that. But see, that's the thing. Are we gonna make the right trades? That's important. Yeah, we do have a week of extra camp. I mean, it's gonna be interesting what this new regime or staff, whatever you want to call it, what are they gonna do with this Dolphin team? I mean, we just gonna. The word is, to be honest with you, that's why I put wait and see. We have to wait and see. That's all we could do. I mean, I'm not gonna say, oh man, he's good, he's not good, because that's how we start, right? Man, what a season! And listen, running back field, Miami's loaded. Wide receiver turned into a question mark because Tyreek Hill. But what happened to Waddle? Waddle has been lately injured, so don't be surprised Waddle will be traded. See, that's what they were gonna do last year, trade him to Buffalo. But the thing was that they didn't want to trade him to the any divisional team in their division. But anyhow, that was that was going to be done, but never happened. So they have a lot to build around. You have the cornerbacks, you have the safeties. So I think they're going to be good up front in the defensive side. I heard that it said it was cold with a trade. Yeah, listen, defense man, I just hope, your honest opinion, I just hope they give Tua another chance. Now, I know you fans might not want to hear that. Maybe something different might work out with this guy. But I'm gonna say it clear. It starts up front, man. It starts on all your offensive line. I felt that Tua, you know, yeah, that's a good one too. I'll keep skilled players until week 8 and trade deadline. And yeah, I mean, remember what Jimmy Johnson did with the Dallas Cowboys? Took Herschel Walker and got what 25 freaking drafts, some of that for players. I mean, he went wild that year. Jimmy Johnson just traded Herschel Walker, and he rebuilt the whole Dallas Cowboys and Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, could this happen to the Dolphins? Maybe. Uh, maybe it could. Unfortunately, one guy they have to pay right now is A Chain, our running back. Can they pay A Chain? A Chain is going to want good bucks. He had a great season. Okay. I mean, at the end, yeah, he dropped a little bit, but of course, at the end, Miami was already losing all these games, and he wasn't the same running back. And listen, give it to the guy, give it to the guy, give it to the guy. This is where at the NFL you have to be you got to be smart, and I don't think McDaniel was that smart. You know what hurt McDaniel? You guys gonna say it, and I know you guys gonna agree with me. It's making adjustments. That's what hurt McDaniel, and the time clock. Sorry, the time clock and the adjustments. It's what hurt McDaniel. What hurt Tua? What hurt Tua? Well, here's what hurt Tua. His past injuries. You might not believe it, but I do believe it. Why? Because he didn't trust his offensive line. And we have great offensive linemen, don't get me wrong. And the one that we got a free agency will never play, Daniels, the offensive tackle, never played after that injury he had, which that's what they were saying, man, they're going to be good. And listen, we did good against the run. After going, 1-6, we won the last, what 5 games. We started running the ball. We led the league in rushing. And I mean, we were getting hot, week after week. But then suddenly we hit that rock bottom again. And that's because simple mistakes. And remember, we can't blame everything on Tua. Yeah, he got 2 Super Bowl for Walker. That is so right. And that's what I'm telling you. If this is what we gotta do in Miami, that's what they're gonna do, regardless. I do believe it. I don't see nothing different. I truly believe that they'll go ahead and say, hey man, listen, I know he's a good player. I know he's this, but we'll keep like you said, we'll keep the skilled players, but let's trade these veterans and let's try to get because Chubbs has a big contract. Tyreek Hill, we know he's gone. He has a big contract. Tua has a big contract. Oh yeah, and or reverse, right? Dictator trading exactly. When he traded Ricky Williams, exactly. But you see, that's what I come and I say about unity and skills, and I believe the chemistry, man. I mean, chemistry between these players. You know, that's what I said earlier in the program. If you didn't hear me, Spin, about so much money paid for these players. You got linebackers making quarterback money, and it's about to get worse because the payroll, the salary cap is going to go high. Commissioner Cadell is going to go back and increase these contracts. But wow, man, I mean, now you want running backs complaining because they want to make that money too, and now they don't want to pay the running backs because they feel that they don't deserve that kind of money. Oh well, they're part of your offensive line. They're part of your offense. Don't know what to tell you. You see how they eliminated the fullback? The only team that has a fullback right now, I think, is the Miami Dolphins. And I think one more team. I'm gonna say it's the Rams. Between the Rams and the Dolphins are the only 2 teams that have a fullback. And quote me if I'm wrong, but I remember that fullback does not exist anymore, guys. Now you got tight ends that block. Of course, we'll be seeing that for many years. But that's something that I ask myself, wow, you know, and that's how you see how the NFL has changed completely. I mean, you got one running back set. The only fullback we had was which I hope he stays with us, and he probably will. And man, it's bad. It's just bad right now. It's just bad how this league is going right now. It's just the money, and that's it. And that's hurting a lot of teams right now. It's hurting everybody's pocket, to be honest with you. Now the owner has the money to pay for it. Let's go for it. I mean, you signed the Cleveland linebacker for 50 something $million, and you took a 3-win season, 3-14, whatever Cleveland record was. I mean, did you did that to fill the stadium because you have a superstar name? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they need to keep A Chain. I agree with you, Finspin. They need to keep A Chain. A Chain is one of the things they need to keep. That is, I think that is one of the biggest priority right now for this team. He is probably the biggest captain in that team right now. I think he really kept Miami, uh, winning and staying close games. But if they don't do that, then like I said, it's a new staff, man. New man. If I could show you the whole thing, I had it here, but I actually erased it. I actually moved it to another folder. I would show you all the head coaches Miami has hired, uh, all the changes that had done. FinSpin, they have done a lot. Okay, and but I'll have some videos there for you, and I probably do. I got some videos out there you could watch that I have. The new the new now Weaver's gone. Just to let you know, he's not our defensive coordinator. Weaver went back to the Ravens. By the way, Weaver's gone. So our special team coach is gone. Just to let you know, I'm telling you, they actually clean house. They actually clean house in Miami. Okay, I guess our special team went with where do you win with was it Atlanta? I think it was. So yeah, man, Finn Spin is back, buddy. Hey, oh, Finn Spin, what's up, man? This is gonna be LC 941. What's up, man? I appreciate it. Yeah, Finn Spin's here, buddy. That's one of my best, probably short video from Finn Spin. He does the most beautiful. I love his comments. I love his videos, by the way. But listen, coming back to the Dolphins, guys. Don't know how well you guys are hyped. You guys are so excited about the Dolphins, and I'm not gonna say I'm not. Sorry to say that. I just gotta see it right now. I gotta see this team because what's coming up for Sullivan and Jeff is evaluation, right? And yes, one thing Dolphin fans don't want to hear. Here we go again. We're starting again. Well, unfortunately, guys, that's what it is. Uh, can we get a miracle, Miami? Maybe. Can we do what Sam Donald did in Seattle? I said that earlier. Maybe. Is Tua going to be a Dolphin? It's up in the air. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't see this owner take a hit for $54 million. We know what happened with the salary cap. We know what happened with Chris Greer. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the past. It's already done. Unfortunately, the GM has his hands full. Let's be honest. The coach has his hands full with the players. Get ready to lose players in free agency. That is the goal. Get these players, make some trades, get some draft picks. I'm just going back to people that join in the chat what I'm going through, and and see what happens. And let's be honest, that's what we have to see here. I'm not going to criticize the team. I'm not going to bash the team, and I'm not going to do that, guys, because we just don't know right now what we have. Yes, people have criticism, people, and that's fine with me. Everybody has their opinion. Once again, that's fine with me. I respect that. But at the same time, uh, we got to keep ourselves together, right? And this is what I want to see. I want to see a team, to be sincere with you, a team that can stay together, can the chemistry. See, because all we heard last year, and let's talk about it. Chemistry, culture, culture change. It never happened. Guys, it never happened. It never did. Whether you want to see it or not. All right. What was the culture change? You got rid of two players. John Smith got traded. Ramsey was gone because him and McDaniel didn't get along. Was that a culture change? I mean, let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. I asked that to myself, and I'm trying to stay positive. I am. So I'm not gonna buy anything what they say right now. Why? And you say, man, you sound. It's not negative, guys. Not that I'm not gonna buy into it. All of us here in this chat right now, that we're listening to this chat, we want to see results. Here's what Aquavale, and if he's here, he might jump in. Aquavale says something. I don't mind losing, but as long as we lose, being a fighter, a competitor in the game. I'll take the losses, but at least I compete in the game. Now, I know nobody wants to lose. Yeah, Tariq money will be. Yeah, he. That's going to be clear. That's going to help. I think it's going to help with all these, especially Bradley Chubb. If they cut Bradley Chubb, you're talking 20 million. That's going to help probably a little bit more. And you got these veteran players that are still around Miami roster that signed that 1 year contract, and that's something that could clear up some cap space. But the big space right now is Tua Tagovailoa. That's the biggest cap space we have. So and of course then Tyreek. So there's things, and I think they could restructure. I think they could. I mean, I think Sullivan is a smart GM to know what he's doing when it comes to that. Now that he enter a big hold, yeah, he enter a major hold. There you see, there go back by June exactly 25 million, right? So if they do cut him, which I think that's a possibility, okay, but then now you got to keep him to June 1st. I mean, to yeah, I mean, just let him go and take the hit, or like you say, trade. But who's going to trade for Tua? I don't think nobody wants his salary cap. There was rumor out there. They mentioned Kyler Murray uh, to Miami. Then you got Mills that was the quarterback from Green Bay, but I know he wants good money. So listen, it's gonna be tough, man. Will the Dolphins draft a quarterback in the late round or probably in the first round of their draft? Maybe, maybe not. Uh, and you know how we know that? The moment they'll cut Tua, the moment, or we'll pick up a quarterback free agency. And I have the list there. I just didn't pull it out today. I have all the list of the free agent quarterback. And listen, it's not as good as you think it is. And when I mean good, I mean yeah, it can help the team, but it's not that bright to say, wow, let's pick this guy. He might, win us a couple of games for the season. It's tough. It's tough, guys. It's tough. It's tough right now, and that's what it is. Well, you just got, just stay positive. That's all. Well, you see, McDaniel now landed in California with the Chargers, and by the way, he took his offensive, I think, coordinator to LA with him. They both went down to LA, so that is going to be amazing to see. Yeah, that's true too. You could cut two players down and designate them to June 1st. Yeah, they could do that too. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's plenty of options for the Miami Dolphins. My thing is, you got a great, smart GM, right? Great GM, Sullivan, and I think he could do it. Uh, everybody's so hyped up right now. And listen, and it's okay, and you're right to get hyped up and said, man, I can't wait for the upcoming season. But I'm more like a game to game evaluation, week to week evaluation, which that's what we did last year with Quinn Ewers when they gave Quinn Ewers the opportunity to be quarterback. Which let's be honest, 3 games they're gonna cut it. 3 games is not gonna show Quinn Ewers who we have, what we have. He saw some good things from him, but we also saw some bad things from him. One thing I could tell you, when he went into play the last 3 games, Quinn Ewers showed no rookie, no rookie mistakes or except the one in Cleveland when he went to Cleveland and but after that he felt so comfortable. It's like he played so long in this league. That's what impressed me of Quinn Ewers. Now he's a Dan Marino. No, is he going to be a top 10 quarterback? Probably not. But at the same time, I saw something good from that quarterback. So maybe Sullivan would agree and put him there and say, hey, man, let's give him a chance. Who knows? Who knows, guys? Maybe he does. Um, but listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure you hit the like button as you walk in and the thumbs up. Uh, Listen, there's things in podcasting that we know we disagree on and we agree on. That's okay. I told you guys from the beginning of the show, I remain positive, try to stay positive, and move on from everything because all we could do is take everything day by day. What happened yesterday happened yesterday. What happened today is today. And here comes tomorrow, and we don't know what tomorrow could bring. I'll leave it to that for you guys. But listen, there's a lot. There's a lot for the Miami Dolphins. And going back to baseball for a second, I know I have Oriole fans here. Uh, listen, the Orioles got two big blows already with Holiday injury. Might, might not. We don't know yet. Possible he could start opening day. And the second one is Westbrook back again with an injury. Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. I like that. Hog dog. I mean, I like that. I like give Quinn a chance. Give him the whole entire season. See what he could do. Listen, I'll be happy if this team wins 7 games last year, 7-10. I mean, this year. It's gonna be this year already. 7-10, which nobody probably will think this team will win 7 game. Period. Okay, so listen. I know you guys don't want to listen to this, but I know I know you don't, especially you brought something up about the Pats, the Patriots. Here's what I'm talking about. Grable goes into New England, pick up a team that had 2 losing seasons with Mayo. They take Mayo out of there. They put Grable, and he takes him to the Super Bowl. Good morning, brother. How you doing? Welcome, man. Hey, happy Valentine's, you and your wife. Uh, I want to say something. Not because he goes to New England his first year, and look how far he took him. Now, that he was going to win the Super Bowl? No, I don't think he was going to win the Super Bowl. I picked Seattle, by the way. So Seattle won. Seattle won the Super Bowl. But that was amazing. Oh, nice, man. Oh, enjoy it, man. Have fun, guys. Have fun. I love it. I haven't been there in years. Yes, you're right, hot dog. A mayor to third. Well, here's a good thing about the Orioles. Going back to the Orioles. Hey, how you doing, Cat for Life? Uh, the Orioles actually they're good. I mean, Mayo could play third base. He could play first base. Alexander's good, so that's a good thing. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Happy Valentine's. You never know. I mean, that lineup of the Orioles right now, they're so solid. But those injuries they got, it's going to hurt them. And they hurt them last season. But I'm going to feel optimistic. I think they're going to win the American League East this year. All right, going back. Oh, by the way, Cap, we got Finn Spin here too, buddy. Finn Spin is back. Happy to see the guy back, guys. Happy. I really love the guy. Really do, man. Well, not only that, everybody know I love everybody in this chat. That's who I am, guys. That's who I am. I love all my brothers and sisters. No problem with that. That comes from my heart right here. No matter what anybody says. But anyhow, going back to the Dolphins. Mm, what are your take? What do you see? How do you feel? With everything that has gone. I know Finn Spin hasn't seen everybody. How do you feel with this new regime, new staff, new coaches, you want to call it? Not about the players. Do you feel comfortable enough? The only place I feel comfortable enough, guys, is the GM. The coaches, I'm all right with it. Not going crazy on it. What is your personal opinion? Yeah, I love you too, brother. Yeah, today is my 31st anniversary with my wife, and congratulations to Finn Spin, he's 34. Amazing. Man, now you say water. I do need a water. But listen, I really want you guys' opinion, especially Dolphin fans are here. I mean, I know the Dolphin fans are here, and some left, some come back. What is your personal opinion about this team hiring these coaches? You feel very comfortable. I mean, if you give me I'm gonna make it simple for you. If you give me a A, B, and a C. What grade would you give this coach right now? And I know it's hard to say because they haven't played a season yet. But picking all these coaches, you think the owner did the right thing? I mean, I know we did the right thing by letting Chris Greer go. But are you comfortable enough with the coaching staff? Thank you, man. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. You in the chat, let me know. Do you feel comfortable and confidence with his team coaching staff? If I give you a grade right now, guys, it sounds kind of harsh. I'll probably give an A on the GM, but the rest of the staff, I'm close to a C. Well, B, that's a good grade. Okay, that's good. That's good. And that's a B overall, or you had your GM as a number A? Because I just say I picked the GM as an A, and I pick the rest of the staff as a C right now. But it's okay. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, guys. All right, you got okay. Hot dog has as a B. That's a good thing. Um, there's good things there. There is. I'm not gonna say they're not. So if Cat for Life is here, if he's still in the chat, he could tell me what he feels about the staff. Finn Spin, if he's still here, which Finn doesn't know yet everything what happened, but I'll give a brief video later on and pick up all the coaching staff Miami has. If you don't, just you can find out in my recordings all the changes that Miami has done. All right, Fatman has a seat, and you're way out. Well, that's a possible because we don't know. We don't know yet. Season hasn't started, but I agree with you. That's how I feel. So I mean, I know you've been out for a while, Finn Spin. So it's gonna be hard for you to grade this team right now. And when I mean grade them, it's not because the season has started. It's because of the coaching staff. What the coaching staff they had now. Now compared from last year coaching staff. Oh yeah, I'll take this staff anytime. But we haven't seen this staff work with the Miami Dolphins yet. So that's a plus on that. And that's one of the concerns that I do have with this team, What are we getting? Well, we know what we're getting. Let's be honest, guys. Now that'll be a miracle. We go 14-3 and make it to the Super Bowl. But once again, that's remain to be seen. And just that's me speaking positive. I speak positive. But anyhow, as you guys give me your grade, I already got Batman's grade and all that. So well, you see, there you go. That is a great point. That is a great point. Yeah, and that is a great point because you see, none of these coaches have worked with these players. What is going to be their relationship? I mean, and I do firmly believe in culture and unity, and you work with the team and have the chemistry, okay? Because that culture thing, man, that culture thing sometimes it drives me off the wall. You know, are you in or you're out? Are you with us? It's the same thing. A captain of the ship. The ship sinks. The captain jumps the boat, but everybody stays in the boat. What's wrong with that picture? That's what I'm saying. This is what the Miami Dolphins have done the last 4 years, probably more than that. They haven't won, what, 20 something years, 26 years this year that this team has not won a playoff. They had made it to the playoff, but not have won a playoff game. That is so hard, guys. That is difficult to swallow, to be honest with you. But it's right there. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Spin. That's a good point too. Your grade after the draft. That's true too. One thing about the draft, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna like Sullivan. Sullivan is a good draft. He's the one who draft Aaron Rodgers. He's the one who draft I think Brett Favre. He's the one who draft I think was Love, the quarterback. He draft Matthew, the linebacker from Green Bay. So he is a good skilled uh, guy that knows how to pick his players. Bottom line, on his resume, I can see what he has done. It is amazing. And his background is good too, by the way. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You win together, you play together, but those are the one that you're in the boat and you're sinking, and that captain jumps and you stay in that boat. You got some questions to answer because this is where some of these teams, it's sad to say, is heading right now, right? Because it's about me, me. I'm a selfish individual. I got pride. I make more money than you do. Let me do my thing. You see, this is where I tell everybody. I know it's kind of hard to say that, and I don't say that in a bad way, guys. But let's be honest. You sign a contract, and every contract in the NFL, we all know this, right? You sign a contract, and that contract has a bonus. Hey, you got an additional 5 touchdowns. You make this much money. You do this. So what are you doing with that contract? Okay, you signed it because it's a business, right? It's a business. You got to make what you got to do. Hey, give me 1,300 yards receiving. Give me 10 touchdown. You know, break the reception record. You get a total amount of a bonus. That's great. But it's about a team win, not about an individual winning. And this is where I think Miami has lack off. It's not an individual win. Oh, we win. No, we win as a team. I'm not saying McDaniel lost the locker room, but if he did, okay, one thing for sure, he had some players not believing in him. So completely, it's not a locker that's together. It's divided in between. So when you divide those two lockers, same players in the same locker room, but divided in between, you can't win this league, regardless. Yeah, Favre came from Atlanta. That's right, from Atlanta. Listen, my thing is this, man. With all the talk surrounding the Miami Dolphins in 2026, as a fan base, as fans, and this is what we want, guys, let's be honest. Let's stop the talk. Let's see the action. Let's see what you got on the field. Show me your product. To become a good salesman, you got to sell the best product. And if you don't have the self product and the product is not that good, you still sell it, right? But how will you sell that product? Right? So how do you sell the product? By lying, by making it up. I'm sad to say that. Hey, oh, Aquaville, man, thank you so much. How you doing, buddy? There we go. Aquaville said it right from the dot. Team wins are better than an individual win. And I totally agree. And that's what I am talking about. Now, I'm not putting the Miami Dolphins down, guys. Let's be honest. I'm not. I'm trying to remain positive. Hey, Aqua, look us here, man. Our buddy Finn Spin, man. Keep your prayers also for him also. And we'll be doing that since we haven't seen him. I say I miss the guy. I love the guy. And I love everybody in this chat one more time. I'm not going to say I don't. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Now, said and done what I was telling earlier. Uh, if this team somehow could get together, because every team in the NFL, let's be honest, guys, and this is probably a broken record, every team has a dream, all 32 teams. And what's that dream? To win a Super Bowl. Unfortunately, it takes two teams to win the Super Bowl. One from the American, one from the National. That is so hard to do, right? It is. But I believe that each individual has to have the same mindset, the same goal. And that I could tell you, it goes a long way. I was shocked when McDaniel was here, and some players were saying, the guy's great, he's good. You have other players saying he was all right. It's okay, we all fighting to the end. But I never saw that push from McDaniel on this team. Okay? Listen, you could be a genius because he is. He is a great offensive coordinator, great genius. All right, brother. You have a safe one. Enjoy your fun at Hollywood. Is it Hollywood Studio? Where you going? I'm sure I got it right. Things Hollywood, Universal Studio. Oh my God, you are gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy yourself, man, and your wife. And listen, have fun time. Listen, I'll catch you guys later on tonight. Be sure you guys put some videos out there so we can laugh. You guys have a blessed one, man. God bless you guys. Thank you so much, and happy Valentine's Day once again, man. So going back to what I was telling you. So when you have a locker room that players are in disagreement or doesn't believe in each other, or doesn't agree on stuff that you do, because listen, I said it earlier. The main thing that shut McDaniel down was time clock adjustments. That's it. If he could have get those two things fixed, McDaniel would still be a head coach of the Miami Dolphins, believe it or not. And one thing I do give McDaniel kudos, right? Because I do. Okay? He developed Tua Tagovailoa. I don't think Tua will be, if Flo was here, I don't think Tua will be a quarterback here. I don't think he will. I'll be honest with you. I don't think what Tua will be. But at the same time, man, you know, you got to understand one thing that I said all along. What's hurting this league? It's the revenue. It's the money. What's hurting the players? Are you believing in a Super Bowl? Or are you believing in the money, in the revenue? How much I want to make in this league? It is so sad that you look at players around the league and they make less than the other one, and one makes more than the other one. And it's so sad, but that is part of the NFL, right? And then you ask yourself, okay, look, I use an example. They got a kicker. The kid came in and Saunders got hurt. Could have come back. They didn't put him back. They saved that money. He probably won't be here as a Dolphin either. So now they get a kicker that doesn't kick 50 yards or more. Cannot make 50 yards or more. Well, he made one this year. So there's things like that, man, if you don't get the red flag and you say, what in the world? Do you want to win? You don't want to win? Yeah. Once again, I'm going to say the best is not always good. It's not, guys. It's the person that comes in and has a desire of winning, has a desire of saying, man, I could take this team, I could take this whole team on my back and take this team to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth, I'm not gonna buy myself with a playoff win. Oh, give me a playoff win and I'm content. See, that's what happened. Dolphins fans are not gonna be content now with a playoff win. They want to go farther than a playoff win. Because now this new staff comes in, and what we are talking about, well, as long as this staff comes in, will give us a playoff win. No, guys, that's not what I want. It sounds like, man, you want too much, George. No, it's not. I want too much. It's been 26 suffering years for the fan base, for you to come in here and says, the best I could do for you is give you a playoff win. Think about it. I posted something there, if you guys still here. The percentage of coaches in this league, the first 3 years, I think 1 to 3, it's a 25% winning percentage. Ouch. That doesn't sound good. That's why the first 3 years in this league is very crucial and very important. Why? Because those are the 3 years that said, okay, good year, bad year, good year. So if you have 2 good years in 3 years, you're in. You got 2 losing seasons in 3 years, you're out. Now you have the 5 years extension. What is the 5-year extension? Now, let me tell you this. And if you guys still in the chat, please answer this. The Giants signed Harbaugh for 5 years, whatever contract he got, $100 million, whatever he got. And then, of course, he wanted his own GM. Everything that he proposed on the line. So you don't think the Giants say, hey, man, you signed this guy for 5 years. At least give me 2 Super Bowls. If you sign this man for 5 years and you don't give me 2 Super Bowls within those 5 years, there's a problem. Tell me if you agree or disagree. If we have any Giants fans here, because we doubt it, we all have Dolphin fans here. That is one of the things that concerns me. See how the pressure is on the coach? All right, we got you. We give you your money. You got your quarterback. We'll give you a chance for you to develop. We'll give you a chance for you to rebuild. But now I want a championship. So think about it. Well, that'd be good. Just think about it. Hey, buddy, thank you so much, Vince Spin. Hey, keep in touch. I'll be doing some short videos too. So I'll be catching up with you. And thank you for joining in, man. I appreciate it, buddy. And once again, man, happy Valentine's for you and your wife. Happy anniversary, and stay safe. But yeah, guys, those are just joining in. I've been here for almost what? Almost an hour, close to it. I look at the staff, and like I say, I'm gonna stay positive. I am gonna stay positive once again. I appreciate everybody that joined the chat, that has been here in the chat. But at the same time, the question I just asked you a few minutes ago: do you think that Harbaugh will win a Super Bowl for the Giants? Okay, so you say all right. So you say all right. So Hot Dog said Giants, yes. Okay. See, the Jets, no. You're right. I don't think Jets gonna go nowhere. I think Jets are gonna be in the same boat they've been for years. But see, that's something that just makes you think right there. So the pressure on the coach to say, hey man, you got to do this. You got to win me a championship because I gave you a 5-year contract. I gave you all that money. You got a quarterback with Dart, and you could do it. See, that didn't happen with the coach of the Dolphins. Why? Because we just got a new coach. And this new coach that we have, okay, say, all right, let's be honest. I'll walk into this mess. He did. And so does Sullivan. You walk into this salary cap issue. How can you make this team win? That is the difficult part right now for this team. Not the way Harbaugh went in the Giants. But I would not pay that money for Harbaugh. I'm sorry. And that was the bait that they got our owners, Stephen Ross, because the moment he saw Harbaugh let go, he let go of McDaniel, and he gets bitten the other way, and he goes to the Giants. Why? Because he started demanding all this money and I got my own GM. I want my coaches to get $10 million, whatever. No, that's too much. But anyhow, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the pressure. What I'm trying to say here is, look at the pressure of this coach already. You walk there, you got 5 years, you better win a couple of championships. I mean, at least 2 Super Bowls. I mean, this is what we got you there for. So, my other question to you. Yeah, Jets got 5 first round next 2 years. Yeah. Well, that's one thing about the Jets. When they come to the first round, they're bad pickers in the first round. Now, here's something I'm going to tell you. Now, let's turn the picture around. So, what happens if Harbaugh goes 5 years and doesn't win a thing? What would be your reaction? Boy, it's tough, right? I'm just bringing that right now. Okay? So, Harbaugh goes to the Giants, and let's say that he doesn't. Let's say he has, out of the 5 years, a 2-winning season. 2-winning season, but does not go nowhere. What would you do then? 2 out of the 5 years. There you go. He failed. So the fan base will go, yeah, there you go, retired. Man, you guys are smarter than me, man. I'm serious. You know what a guy told me, and I say this because this guy told me this. Well, you gotta give him more time. Hello, you can't give him more time. You gave him 5-year, $100 million, what, $100 million, whatever the contract. He picks his own GM and he picks his own coaches and he pays his own coaches, and you don't win nothing. This is what I'm talking about. So now let's go back to the Dolphins. We didn't do that. We went ahead, pick up a great, solid GM. Yes, let's give credit. Yeah, retire with rich money. You ain't lying. So we pick up a good GM. We did. But did we pick up good coaches? That is a question mark. If you just enter Aquavale, I had this comment, and some people already comment. If you grade the Dolphins right now, from the GM, I give them an A. But the coaching staff that we have, and I know we haven't played any games yet, we haven't done any draft yet. What grade you give them between A, B, and C on the coaching side of it? I gave them a C because I don't feel comfortable with that coaching staff yet. Because, of course, we haven't played one game yet. But what grade will you give the Dolphins coaching staff, the one they got right now? I know we lost our defensive coach, our offensive coach. I know we lost our special team coach. What do you grade you give this team? And I know it's hard to do because we haven't played a single game. But what would be a grade between A, B, and C? Because you just joined in. And of course, Finn Spin couldn't give me one because he hasn't, he's been out for a while. So, and I'm gonna try to get him caught up as much as I can. What grade will you give this team? Now I gave mine. Dog gave his. So, and so does Batman did. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And the reason why I picked C, guys, and I told everybody, I know you just joined in. The reason why I picked C is because, all these people are new, right? So I want to see, honest with you, I want to see them develop the players. Remember, we go back to culture, chemistry, same thing again. Who is going to stick around and not stick around? And I tell you, Hug Dog made a good point. Keep some skilled players and trade what you got left. That is not bad at all, because some of them did came out saying, and I guess they had a fans thing in Florida, and question was asked about Tua, and of course we know what's going to happen to Tua. The same thing he said to everybody: everybody will have a chance to compete in that position. But here's what he said about trading players for draft picks. That came up, and he said good players too. Just to give you a heads up, and that's something that remains to be seen who he's going to trade. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not making any bad judgment against these coaches. I just see what I got right now, and maybe as a Green Bay Packer fan, might be more familiarized because most of the staff out here is actually from Green Bay. Not all the whole staff, but most of the staff. Uh, I could talk about our offensive coach, Bobby Slowick. He did good with the Houston quarterback with Stroud when he was there. Then he went to a downfall, and that happens to coaches. Sometimes changes are good. And once again, different quarterback, Tua and Stroud. So I look at all that, and I understand all that, and that's one of the things that I want to see. I want to see how well they develop the offensive line. What we have, we know that Jonah struggled at that position. I know we had Daniel lost for the year. We have Brewer, the center, hurt most of the year. We were changing offensive lineman, left guard to right guard to left guard. I mean, these are the changes that really, really hurt this team through the year. So listen, I'm gonna get off here for a minute so you guys enjoy your Valentine's Day. Uh, I made some short videos there for Valentine's for people who want to see it. I got a lot of friends and family members. I put some shorts. Listen, I want to thank so much those that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for joining for the chat, man. You guys have a nice, blessed day. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. One thing I do say, guys, keep encouraged. Stay positive. Don't let nothing what's out there consume you. I'm not a guy that watch news. If I watch the weather, that's the best I could do because I have to know if it rains, snow, or shine here because the weather changes every freaking 5 minutes. But listen, it's the main word, man. Love, peace, and unity. That is my main thing, man. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And listen, see you guys soon. Check my channel out. I do have a membership. Those that want to join, that's fine. If you don't have to, it's only a $1.99 membership. Everything you see here, guys, and you guys know me already. This is out of my pocket, nobody else's pocket. I do this on my own. I'm doing this for what 2 years now, and I'm happy. And I do it because I love sports. I love people. That's the main thing. I love the fans. I love my subscribers, and that's the most important thing for me. And I do this as a hobby. Yes, I do have knowledge. I do have a little bit of knowledge about football, baseball, basketball. And you see me now. Now the Orioles season starting. Especially you're gonna see me with Oriole games. I'm gonna have my scoreboard, which I got one right here right now. See if it comes out. There it is. That is the Yankees' first game against the Orioles in spring training. And of course, what do I do in spring training? Evaluate players, look at players, see how well they do. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. You guys have a blessed one. Happy Valentine's. Please, everybody in the chat, check everybody's channel. Be sure you subscribe. And if you don't, listen, there's a lot of people don't like sports. That's okay. I don't get mad. I don't get upset. This is something I do for fun, enjoyment. And one thing, man, stay positive. Love you guys. And fins up. And let's go Orioles. Take care now.
Welcome to Sports Nights with Jorge.